And we are recording. I want to welcome you to a beautiful evening. And we are here gathered as a team and a family. We call this little event Friends and Family. So if you are here tonight with us, thank you for being either or both a friend or a member of the family. We are absolutely passionate about changing the human condition, upgrading the human condition, flipping the switch that turns the lights on. That's what we're doing as biohackers, as wellness entrepreneurs and educators and advocates. And tonight we're going to be talking about a subject that, frankly, we don't talk about very much because there's so many other things we talk about. But we're going to be specifically talking about how to target and promote health in the brain and the heart through proper consumption of omega-3 fatty acids. They call them the omegas. So critically important. And we have a solution for that. We have an omega, incredibly balanced, amazing omega product. Um, but to start us off and just to talk about the problem, right, the elephant in the room, I want to turn this call over to Dr. Brett Hall, who is a product formulator, a healthcare practitioner, a darn good basketball player, and also a good friend and a wellness advocate to talk about the need. If you're not doing omegas right now, here's what we want to get out of this tonight. If you're not taking omegas into your into your body, right? There are multiple. Then we want to inspire you to do that. If you are, we want to inspire you to do that best for you. So we're going to mate Dr. Brett Brimhall.
Hey guys, thanks Seth. I appreciate that to be a part of this. And so my background, like in the health and wellness world, I've been teaching physicians for the last 25 years, and I actually appreciate you bringing the subject of omega-3 fatty acids up. And just to paint a picture for you, your fatty acids, so the things that we get from fats or oils, you have to have in order to have a healthy brain. You have to have in order to have healthy hormones, and you have to have a normal inflammatory response. Like there's no other way. So unless you have these good, high quality omega fatty acids, you will struggle. So the result of having hormones that struggle could be anything from how you think, to how you focus, to how you concentrate, to literally how well your normal rhythms of your cycle works throughout the month, to how healthy of a mental function you have, to even just how healthy you are as far as how you heal after exercise. So deficiencies in this can lead and make any problems you have absolutely way worse, no matter what you think about it. So not having normal or optimal levels of omega fatty acids will make your experience of life worse. All right. On the other hand, having optimal levels of omega-3 fatty acids, your experience of life and how you function, how you heal, how you repair, how you respond to stress will be vastly better. So just here's a perspective for you if you've never had your omega-3 fatty acids level checked. So omega-3s come from food, specifically a lot from fish and some from algae. So a good friend of mine, she works for a specialty lab, and they test the ratios of omega-3 fatty acids, all right? The ratios of how much you should have in your body. So I asked her very specifically, say, so of all the labs you look at, how often are they not only normal, but optimal, right? So write this down, okay? 1 of 200 people that she looks at is optimal, all right? So guess what? That means probably none of us here are optimal unless you're taking high quality of essential fatty acids and you've done it for a minimum of 6 months to a year. So from a perspective, she had somebody that wanted to try to do it without taking omega-3 fatty acids. They wanted to try to do it through eating sardines, right? Which is a place you can get them. So this person had a normal dose, like a whole thing of sardines every single day for 6 months. So who's going to sign up for that? Maybe you would. So even doing that, this person did not get to the optimal levels. And that was every day being consistent. All right. So the question now becomes not do I need it and not am I suboptimal, but where am I getting it? So if you're getting it, it's going to be from a high quality essential fatty acid, probably supplements. So you need to ask yourself, where are you getting yours from? Are they tested for purity, for toxicity, and for quality? And how long ago was that little fishy caught? And where was it caught from that's going into your body? So what I love about the products we use from LifeVantage, you can trace this product, the Omega Plus, back to the boat where it was caught. So we know the waters it came from. We know the purity of the fish, right? So we know that what is going into my body is optimal. And this has a combination of the right omega-3s, DHEA and EPA. On top of that, it has normal natural sources of vitamin D, and it has omega-7s, which helps your body metabolize fat appropriately. So please, if you're not taking omega fatty acid, you're deficient. And take a high quality one. Don't buy the biggest bottle on the shelf. All right, because you don't want old sushi, and you don't want old fish. All right, and if you're not doing a high quality one, I can't guarantee it, but it's a superiorly high probability that you're deficient and you're not functioning as optimally as you could. So Seth, thanks again for inviting me on and giving the opportunity. So please, guys, take a high quality one and with LifeVantage. Right? You guys have a phenomenal time. Thanks, guys.
Okay, Christine, you want to go ahead?
Hey, so my name's Christine Libert, and I live in Florida. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've been a school teacher now for 27 years and a mother of 6. Years ago, and I will say almost a decade ago, I started to notice that my memory was declining. And I am not old in my perspective of old anymore. I'm still pretty young. And I even talked to Dr. Brett about it, and nothing clicked. I tried with the doctor, whatever, Ambien, and one day I drove to work. I don't even know how I got to work. It was just like autopilot, and it scared me silly when I arrived at the parking lot and couldn't even remember how I drove to work. So quit doing that. Then last summer, when I'm visiting Dr. Brett, he says, double your omegas, because I've been on these omegas for a long time. I mean, a couple of years. Within, I'm going to say 4 to 6 weeks, I could start to see a difference in my memory. And the way I know it is because when school starts, how quickly can I memorize all those students' names? Because I work in a high school, so I have 150 kids that I need to learn almost overnight. This year, it was the easiest to learn their names and remember. And then when students passed me in the hall, I used to not be able to just come up with their names. I could always say hi because I recognize their faces. But my memory has significantly changed, doubling the omegas. And my cholesterol has stayed well. My heart's doing well. I never go to the doctor except once a year because I'm healthy. And so it worked. Thank you.
Wow, I love that. Love that, Christine. Thanks so much for sharing. Thank you so much, Dr. Brett and Christine. Dr. Brett, did you guys catch that number that Dr. Brett threw out? 1 out of 200 people were optimal in these essential fatty acids. It's abysmal and it's scary at the same time, especially when you think about the need and the function that they provide in the human body. Christine, thanks so much for your story. I want to go to our next story, to a good friend of mine, Soraya Crandall, who knows all about the need for omegas in her diet and her health. Go ahead, Soraya.
All right, thanks, Seth. Hi, I'm Soraya from Gilbert, Arizona, and I'm actually a huge promoter of omega-3s. Love them. My kids actually were put on omega-3s when they were 2 months old. Started with liquid, then chewables, and then they grew up and realized they don't taste good in liquid form or chewables. So now they swallow them. But I became a huge believer in omegas because I have had, so my background, I've had, well, a little bit of my background. I've had 3 severe traumatic brain injuries. And 2 of them were, I was out for at least 10 minutes. Don't know how long I was without oxygen, things like that, with 2 car accidents. It took about 2 years. I was introduced to a chiropractor. You heard him speak earlier, Dr. Brimhall, and he got me on a good omega to start, right? And I started researching it and studying it. Well, I'm telling you, once I got on those omegas, it did help me focus better. It did help me be able to feel a little bit more grounded. And I will tell you, when I was off those omegas, even with missing 1 day of those omegas, I was a mess. I was all over the place. You could tell that I did not take my omegas. Huge, drastic difference in that. So, and with traumatic brain injuries, they're very, very high in inflammation as well. Knowing that it was bringing down that inflammation in my brain helped a lot as well. And so when we came out with our own omega here at LifeVantage, I was super excited because, one, I was taking a great omega because I trust Dr. Brimhall and what he recommends. However, when we came out with ours and discussing with Dr. Brimhall and the background of what we have, ours, we know exactly, we can trace 100%. Our omegas are 100% traceable from where they came from, bottle to bottle. To me, that was huge because when I put things in my body, I want to know where they're coming from. And knowing where our product comes from and the quality that we have was huge. And so as soon as I was able to switch over to our omegas, I did it. Love our omegas. It's been a life-changing. And I think Christine mentioned it, increasing her omegas. I will tell you, like, when I would have high stressful days, I always just I doubled my omega intake as well. So your stress levels go up, increase your omegas, see what happens. You might be really surprised. Thanks, Seth, for letting me share.
Awesome, Soraya. Thank you so much. All right. I love these stories. I want to thank Dr. Brimhall for his education and being here tonight, his contribution, Christine and Soraya. I brought 2 celebrity guests with me today. You may think that one of them right here is Belle, the actual Disney princess in 5-year-old form, and you'd be pretty close. These are my daughters, my youngest daughters, Hannah and Ruthie. And they're here because they actually have a story to tell, right? And this is just how we do it, right? We just want to invite people to the dinner table of what we're doing in the world of wellness and what we're doing in the world of entrepreneurship. And the fact that I get to share my life with these girls means life is pretty doggone good. But we're talking about omega tonight. So girls, what is this?
Omega.
Okay, these girls know what omega is. These girls want their omega. They take their omega every single day. And this, I'm so glad Soraya talked about this. You want to take one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, just take one. They love them. They're like candy. I don't know if you couldn't hear that, but Hannah just popped it and chopped it. Like she just bit it open. And Soraya was talking about that. Listen, I don't care if you've got the healthiest food in the world. If a kid does not want to eat that food, if they don't like spinach, what's happening? They're not going to get it. They're not going to eat it, right? And so one of the things I love as a dad, and I take my omega every single day, and so does my wife, But I love that the way that that LifeVantage has formulated this omega product with a little bit of a lemon lime flavor is you can literally pop it in and pop it and chomp it, right? And these girls do that every single day. Ruthie's over here chomping it away. They get it every morning, every evening. We eat salmon. We eat wild caught Alaskan salmon. We really strive to take care of ourselves. But like Dr. B said, we have to have an additional answer to make sure they're optimized. And so as a dad, I'm super happy with a sustainable product, with a safe product. And frankly, practically, I'm thankful for a product that they'll actually take. So with that, I'm all over these omegas. Thank you so much, everybody, for your contribution. I want to turn it over to Eileen to talk about our friends and family discount, our discount code, sending savings and receiving savings on the product before we wrap up tonight. So Eileen, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Hey, thanks guys for having me tonight. So this is the Friends and Family discount. Who doesn't love a discount? And that's one thing I love about what LifeVantage has done, because we all love sharing things we love with people we care about. And who do you know, who has come to your mind tonight, who needs to know the information you have heard and experience what you've been experienced with LifeVantage products? Who of your friends and family, and who of your animals? So this is the way the program works. You share with your friend and he decides to order, he gets $10 off of his first order. And then LifeVantage also thanks you for sharing, and they give you $10 off your next order. Then you share with your parents, your aunts and uncles, so they can have that vitality and that memory and that in those ages. They get $10 off their first order. You now have $20 off your next order. And you always think of your friend who's juggling 5 balls in the air, trying to keep everything going. She gets $10 off of her order, and now you have $30 off of your next order. Things that I love about this program is that there are no limit to the $10 credits that you can share, that you can be earning. They are automatically applied to your next order, so you don't even have to keep track. And then they just need to be spent by the end of the following month. So if someone orders here in February, it just needs to be spent by the end of March for you. So what do you need to do? 1, who do you need to share this with? 2, send them your unique link, which I'll show you how to do that. And then connect them with the people who shared the information with you so they can get their questions answered. The one thing that I just need you to remember is that all you do is go to lifevantage.com. And this is 3 easy steps. Scroll to the bottom of the page. You'll see your unique link. This page will populate, fill in the appropriate information, and boom, there's your link that appears. And share it across any media platform that's most comfortable for you. The other thing that you could do is log into your LifeVantage account. And once you log in, right there is the share link. Again, the link appears. You can share it however you want. Now you may ask yourself, how many credits, how many of my friends and family took advantage of these great products and this promotion? And there's your credits right there on that opening page. So get your link, share with the ones you love, and feel better and do more. And thanks you guys, and have a great night.
Awesome, Eileen. Thank you so much. I want to thank Dr. B tonight, Christine, Soraya, my 2 special celebrity guests, Hannah and Ruth, who rocked it, and Eileen. Appreciate everybody joining in. Let's go and make sure that we're optimal on those essential fatty acids. And don't hesitate to get back to the professional, to the online wellness entrepreneur, to the CEO who shared this information with you. And we're going to make it a night. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you so much. And this Friends Family Dinner Table Chat is officially a wrap. Thanks, everybody. God bless.
Bye, Hannah. Good night,
Bye,
Hannah.
everyone. Oh,
Good night, Hannah, Ruth.
we're
Night,
so
ladies.
stinking cute.
Oh goodness, Hannah and
Ruthie.
beautiful. Night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Everyone.
I just stayed backwards.